Mrs. Murphy lives in Yates City with her husband, her 2 children, Brielle and Joseph, and her dog, Jack. They love their little community and the activities, history, and pride that still exist through several volunteer organizations. In her role as the Dean of Students and Family Success Coordinator at the high school, she focuses on building a positive school culture and providing support to students, staff, and families. It's a position that aligns with her passion for creating an environment where everyone feels valued and empowered. Mrs. Murphy spent several years in education, teaching a variety of grade levels, from elementary to middle school and high school, which has given her the unique perspective on the full journey of a student. She says it's a full circle moment witnessing where students start, how they struggle and grow, and now helping guide them as they prepare to step into their future.
I'm Shelley Higgs. I've been a facilitator here for 22 years, 12 years in the elementary, and then this is my 10th year here in the junior high. So I've worked with a multitude of different people and children, and it's been quite the experience.
For Mrs. Murphy, there's never been a time in her life when she didn't know she wanted to be a teacher. But one person that stands out as the spark setting this goal in motion was her 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Richardson. She says she was the original Miss Honey. She saw her for who she was, and her belief in her shaped the way that Mrs. Murphy sees students today. Mrs. Murphy's journey led her to become a dedicated advocate for all students, families, and teachers. But she never imagined herself becoming a dean, especially at the high school level. High school always seemed more intimidating than kindergarten or middle school. But now, she says she can't picture herself anywhere else. She says the old adage is true. Everything happens for a reason.
I was a stay-at-home mom, and the position came up with the district. You could never get into the district. And so a position came up for a facilitator, part-time. It was like 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And my youngest son was still in he was just started preschool, and my mother-in-law watched him, and I thought, well, this is a good way to get my foot in the door. And I wasn't really ready to start, but I'm glad I did, because those positions just didn't come open very often. And so that's kind of how I started, was just like I wanted to work with the district and be in the district that my children were in, and I loved working with kids, and it just kind of worked out, and I ended up making it my lifelong job.
Mrs. Murphy says being able to support not just the students, but the entire school community is the biggest reward. She loves bringing people together as a team to celebrate the small wins, big victories, and even the tough lessons learned through mistakes.
Just being able to reach kids that sometimes aren't necessarily reachable, like seeing a difference that you can make, like when you really do reach them and know that they understand it. Or they come to you with even like personal problems. And I mean, I've made multiple connections with kids that have graduated and still, like they have my personal number, they'll come over and see me, they'll call me if they have a problem. So that's really rewarding, knowing that you make a difference with the kids.
For Mrs. Murphy, this award isn't just about recognition. It's a reminder that the energy we bring into our schools shapes the experiences of those around us. And if we can spread a little more kindness, encouragement, and belief in one another, then we're truly making a difference.
It really means a lot, because it means that like my peers recognize, the work and effort that I put into the position, and that they took took their time and to even nominate me, so that it really makes me feel appreciated. So it's a nice feeling.
Congratulations to our February 2025 Orange Frog winners.